a partner of mine who was like kind of managing me at the time, he was in touch with him, and I guess Gonzo had got in touch with him and told him like, oh yeah, man, I got a situation like. Boskoe, they want to give us like 200,000 a piece. Bam, like, but at the time I was still like in my ego shit, like, nah, fuck that, I ain't doing no podcast with you. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, you know what I mean? But that's how I really knew, like, he really don't want to be enemies. He really trying to find a way in the door.
It's entertainment.
He want to get back in the door, like, and I knew that, and that's why I really wasn't. I was able to take it to that level with him and be cool and like, you know what I mean? Because I really felt his real energy.
You couldn't do that with anybody in LA though, right?
Yeah, you could.
Not really. Like it just depends on the situation. Like Draco, like right now, I'm going.
I didn't even have to bring it up. He did.
I mean, like Draco right now, like Draco, like I don't see like Draco. I would really get in the ring, kick his ass, and be like, "Fuck you," like you know what I mean. Afterwards,
but you couldn't like fake beef / real beef with Draco because it's LA is too real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's not fake. Like it's like nigga, like you know what I mean?
Can't mix gang politics with this shit. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, basically.
If you're not in the streets and then it's a different story, you feel me? Like me and Boskoe as homies, we can sit there and have a friendly fade. We can go get a bag and shit like that and be cool and be nothing like that.
I call him the next day, man. Yeah, bad, nigga. Like you know what I mean? We could do that, but like Draco ain't one of them niggas. Like he'd be like, nigga, get your goofy ass out of here.
How did the beef with him start?
Draco, what was it with? You know what? It ain't even no beef. It wasn't no beef in the beginning. Like you know what I mean? You know how I bag on everybody. I roast everybody. Like,
because you were giving him a hard time about the lawyer,
exactly. No, like that
gay
was,
thing.
That's exactly what it. But it
which has been
even,
debunked.
But I really fucked with Draco before that. Like I thought he was cool. Like before, like while he was in jail, I talked to him before, even while he was in jail and shit. Like I think you know what I mean. We done talked in the DM or some shit. Like I didn't have no problem with Draco, but. You know, over time, I heard about the shit he was getting into it with the Englewood niggas and shit, but I didn't have nothing to do with it. But fast forward, he come home from jail. When he come home from jail, the shit with the auntie, oh yeah, he about to go get some dick, pause, like whatever. So, you know, I naturally, you know what I do, so I had my jokes. So he just decided to like jump in my DM and say some bullshit. So I like, and he kind of caught me at a moment like, I was kind of like, I think I had just got through getting into it with my girl or something like. So he like called me at a moment, like it was like in a moment. I'm like, I probably was like full of a little Hennessy, like you know what I mean. So I kind of like seen it.
Popsicle.
You know what I mean? He DM'd me and I'm like, what the fuck? So I like, you know, I kind of went ham at first, like, man, you bitch ass nigga. Ooh. But I caught myself though. I said, you know what? This like, bro, what am I doing? Like, he only doing what he's supposed to do. Like a nigga
defending himself.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what? I apologize. I went in my DM and I said, you know what? My bad, bro. I like this me backsliding. Like, you know, it's a joke, whatever. Like, whatever, bro. So
that probably wasn't a joke at first. At first, you probably really thought he was gay, huh?
No, I don't really think all these niggas is gay. Like,
what the fuck is wrong with you?
I saw so many people
nobody really thought that shit.
People really thought that shit was like really like, oh, Draco's gonna get some dick. I know who they were talking about, and it is a gay person it's not exactly like Draco's friend, but it was like somebody else related to the case that they were talking about who is gay. And his auntie was like kind of making fun of him, which is what makes the whole thing so awkward and makes Draco not want to explain it to people, because it's like, in order for him to explain it, he would have to say, this person is gay, and yes, my auntie was making a fucking joke about him, which is kind of awkward.
Yeah, but I was only making a joke.
Right,
like that's the thing. Like I just, bro, I don't care. I'm not in your personal life like that. Like, bro, I only talk like I don't dig in people's lives and try to expose people. I only talk about shit that comes up in the blog. If it comes up on Baller Alert, Shade Room, it's a viral hot topic, I'm gonna get my jokes in. You know, I'm gonna see something funny. They already talking about you anyway. It's just people choose to single Boskoe out to be mad at. Like, don't be mad at me. I'm just another nigga with some jokes too. Like, you know what I mean?
And that shit's crazy too, because I remember, nigga, you posted me and OT on your fucking page. You know what I'm saying? And niggas is DMing me like, man, hey, that nigga, woo, how you feel about it? I just round the page. I'm like, damn, I never thought I'd make it on the homie page. Because I'm like,
nigga,
wait, he said you and OT were gay?
No, nigga, why don't say that shit?
It was just like an awkward photo.
That's what you said.
I just make fun of this shit.
But he made fun of this shit. But the thing is, I ain't take no disrespect to it, because I'm like, that's the homie and that's Boskoe's thing. You feel me? If we did something that may be questionable,
nigga,
I'm not
That's what
But
it
niggas is DMing me like, this nigga Boskoe disrespecting you.
But see, why is it Boskoe that? But why could Hollywood Unlocked post it?
And do this shit
or Baller Alert post it?
Because Jason Lee is gay, so nobody holds him to the same standard.
But see what I'm saying? Like, bro,
That might have been who Draco Zanti was talking about.
I wouldn't put it past you. Like, you serious?
But nobody is bigger. Nobody is bigger than the program. It's like
I love saying that.
nobody bigger than the program.
I say that all the time.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I
So
never
I'm
heard
like,
you say that.
He ain't never said that shit.
Yeah, you never
He
said
say that
that.
shit in his mind, Mr. NFT.
I say it in gang meetups in the alleys.
Nah, but if the homie posted the shit, I write on the page like, damn, I never thought I'd be on the homie page. It is what it is.
It is what it. That's
And if
like,
I take offense to the shit, it's like, damn, I must really believe this shit, or it must be
bro,
something that's
it's just
really
a
affecting
joke.
me. It's a joke.
And my profile says comedian, bro. So what does it make a difference?
But see, that's the difference these days. Is it used to be that the media or like the comedians was like, oh, those are the superheroes that we see on TV, or who's the media? Oh, it's the guy who works at the radio station or whatever. Now you can be just a guy who might be somebody who actually might even be wrapped up from a street perspective or whatever. He might be involved in some way. But Boskoe wants to be a comedian, but it's very hard for some people to process him as being that, right?
But it's like, I don't know, like for the last 5 years, I've been doing nothing but telling jokes. Like, how could you not take me as a comedian, bro? I'm like, bro, just because I'm from the street, everybody came from somewhere.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy came from somewhere. Dave Chappelle, these people came from somewhere. Like, where do you think people just wake up one day and say, I want to be a famous comedian and rich, and then it just happens? But like, bro, they came from somewhere. Like, it was a journey to this shit. And I don't want people want to keep me like pegged as what I was. I want people to see me for what I'm trying to be, like the places that I'm trying to go. Like,
that's why I like this whole no jumper thing and other shit too, because it's like, we at a time now where, like you said, comedy, right? The origins of comedy now are different now. You know what I'm saying? You appeal to the hood. Just like I feel Gilly and Wallow appeal to the hood when it come down to podcasts. And I seen them niggas doing that shit. I'm like, all right, they making that shit cool. Joe Budden making that shit cool for niggas like me. You know what I'm saying?
Joe Budden made it corny though. I ain't gonna lie. Like Joe Budden made it good. He did. Like, I ain't gonna.
Hey, but you know what I mean? No, it's like you don't see niggas that come from the ghetto
That's
doing
doing
comedy
that's
and
where I
doing
found,
podcasting and doing shit like that.
and that's where
and
I
feeling
found
comfortable doing
I
that
found
shit.
a new lane. Like niggas from the hood wasn't doing it. Nobody wanted to be funny. Game never smiled. I swear to God, never. Like for the first 10 years of Game career, remember that shit. Everybody just wanted to be tough. And
Every picture.
Everybody now you see everybody starting to lighten up and laugh and like, bro, nobody was doing that before. Like street niggas, as far as like street niggas and gangsters, like bro, nobody was doing that, bro. It was only like goofy clown niggas. So I was like the first real nigga that stepped up, that really had some personality and some sense of humor. Like, and nigga, I had you know what I mean? I had jokes, nigga, and it was like I found the new lane. People gravitated to that shit because it just showed people like I'm just like you. I come from where you come from, but I'm not walking around mad all day. Like I'm not like, you know what I mean? And I don't like to see people mad all day. Like I always been in it. I like people happy around because I'm not a mad, angry person. Whether I just look like this, but I'm not.
Look like
you know what I
this.
mean? I just look like this, but I'm not. You know, I might come across as like, as a person just not knowing me, seeing me, I might look a little standoffish or a little aggressive, but that's not even my personality, though. I'm really like a cool nigga. I'm the nigga that's always making jokes, buying beer. Here, you want to drink? Like I'm that nigga.
But
like,
I wanted to ask you this: as long as you're gonna bring Draco up, he just put out a song, Englewood. He's got beef with Rucci, AZ Chike. How you feel about all this? It's like, if anybody thought that the war,
where's the law and order
shit?
shit, please, Josh? I want to hear this on the. Riley, push the law and
Riley
order
don't
thing,
know which
please.
one it is.
There you go.
I love that sound, bro. Like, oh God, I love that sound. And like for 20 years, I watched that show, and it took like 18 for me to realize that it was the gavel. Like it was just the.
I just found that right now.
See what I'm saying? Like, you see what
Wow,
I mean?
mind blown.
Extreme. It's
That's,
like
yeah, shit was like, and I never knew what that. It's just the gavel. It's the the judge, the
Wow.
gavel. That's all it is.
right.
You know what I mean?
Nigga ordering food.
4 minutes away, 3 minutes away.
We got some DoorDash.
I got a little Postmates on
And
the
you
way.
ain't tell nobody today.
Yeah, it says shit. We got
Too
some
many
time.
heads in the building. I was trying to do it real quiet and quick.
I'll take a chicken satay.
You about to go
Chicken
hit?
sauce,
You
eh?
going to the airport?
So, What, they got peanuts on there?
Yeah, you could have some fucking pretzels on the
Them pretzels is fire too.
You can have your Spirit Airlines
I ain't gonna lie,
pretzels.
no,
Anyway,
you know they got the good biscotti cookies now.
Those is fire.
Fire, what? And then my neighbor, like whoever sit next to me, never seems to want them. I'll take them.
Look at him trying to talk about anything besides the beef.
All right, go talk about the beef.
Go ahead.
Ask the question again. Let me see how I like.
So Drakeo has put out a song called Englewood, which is kind of a slur around town.
Hold up.
Yep. And, he's also got like a publicized beef with Rucci and AZ Cheik. Obviously, he's had problems with Englewood in general for years. Now it seems like it's heating up.
That's crazy.
And they must have been cool because Rucci was always around Shoreline and
No,
all them
they
Art
used to
Baron
be
dudes.
cool.
I don't know how they fell out exactly.
I think what happened because Drakeo was cool. Like Drake at first, when Drakeo first came out, Drakeo didn't come out as a gang affiliated. Drakeo was just Drakeo. You know what I mean? He was cool. He fucked with everybody. He used to fuck with Englewood niggas. I seen him with Englewood niggas. He used to fuck with Rucci, and when Sean Mack was still alive, before Sean Mack passed, he had music with them and everything. So everything was cool. But the word that I got was, I think, some other dudes from Englewood robbed him for some chains or something. Like he got, I think he got booked for some chains.
Or was it somebody else in the Stink team?
It was some kind of robbery situation.
Something
I heard it was him, like they got set up or something like that. I don't want to don't quote me on it because I'm not exactly 100% sure on the story, but it was something to that nature. Like, you know what I mean? Something to that nature. And yeah, he just, after that, it was just like him against Englewood. He stopped fucking with Englewood niggas and start fucking with neighborhood niggas, start fucking with a lot of, I think he was already cool with a lot of neighborhood niggas, but once he cut the Englewood niggas off and got on some fuck Englewood shit, everybody started kind of like looking at it like, oh, he from neighborhood now, and that was like kind of like the word in the streets, like, oh yeah, he got put on hundreds, and oh, he from Harlem now, and he beefing with the Englewood niggas, so they just kind of put him as like a green light in Englewood, like, nigga, oh, fuck Drakeo, fuck that nigga, like, you know what I mean? So,
right. It is kind of weird to like beef with the whole city. You don't see that too often.
But see, the way I see it, right, and I watched Drakeo when he came home. And when he came home, I seen him like try to reach out to Rucci, like, you know, like don't jump in certain shit and everything like that. And I mean, what do you do when niggas is coming at you from all different type of angles? You gonna do the logical thing anyway. You gonna align yourself with niggas you know what I'm saying, who are going against you and the whole thing. So I mean, the way I look at it, it's like I seen the nigga reach out to certain niggas, and I seen him sit there and try to be like, look, I'm cool, I ain't tripping off of this shit. If niggas just throwing darts at you any type of ways and shit like that, you gotta stand up for yourself at the end of the day. And if these niggas over here don't like these niggas over here, y'all share common beef, y'all share common enemies, nigga, why not come over here and align yourself with the niggas that's, you know what I'm saying?
I kind of like, I don't agree with that because I was a nigga in the same position. Like,
you was though.
Niggas was coming at me from even Englewood niggas. Like, I got Englewood niggas coming at me and like, you know what I mean?
Gang bang though. You come from different.
I don't gang bang.
Not no more. You come from, yeah, we don't gang bang. You're right, but you know what I mean.
But
you come from a different cloth.
No
I come from
Kazumi.
a gang background.
No,
like, I come from a street background though, but it basically just put me at a point where once I start getting, the more attention I got, the more haters I got. Right. So niggas just start coming at me from every which way. But I never wanted to be that dick rider, team jumper nigga that just, oh yeah, you don't like him either. Oh yeah, I'm gonna come hang with you. And like, you know what I mean? I always like, fuck that, like fuck these niggas and me against the world. Like, you know what I mean? That's the kind of attitude I always took towards it. But, you know, I'm not mad at him for doing that, but you just gotta deal with the shit that you got yourself into. Like, you know what I mean? It's a lot of real niggas in Englewood. Like, you know what I mean? You had your situation with a few niggas that you was dealing with, but you took it upon yourself to involve the whole city. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you think him naming the song that is kind of like over the line from your perspective?
Yeah, like that's why I already wanted to kick your ass, like, but now I really like want to kick your ass.
Hey,
like, now it's like, you know what I mean?
That's how I feel, even though he's resting in peace right now. Tim Dog, like, nigga, years later, I'm like, who the fuck a nigga from the East Coast made a song called Fuck Compton?
You feel me? A nigga wanna like, you know
I was like, man, fuck that nigga. And they was like, oh, he died a long time ago. Right. I was just like,
this is what
crazy.
You represent. Like, you don't see me going no live. You go Englewood, though. You niggas know I'm from Englewood. Like, you know what I mean? I put this shit on my back for real. Like, nigga, I've been at day one Englewood niggas. So like,
Right.
I'm definitely gonna take direct disrespect.
Right.
To, like, you know what I mean? So
I mean, you know that shit was really heating up when you saw somebody from LA make a video about someone who died from the Stink team, basically like just clowning them, which you don't like in LA.
I don't disrespect the dead.
You don't see a ton of that, you know? God damn, I hate that you have the soundboard by proxy. You're making her do it for you. No, but like that, when I saw that, I'm like, oh, this is kind of like a different level. You don't really see this in LA too often.
That shit is crazy, bro. Like, a lot of people don't know, like, behind the scenes, like, I know it's entertaining to people, but behind the scenes, people really dying and getting shot. Like, it's a lot of shit going on behind this. Like, it's not just Draco. It's not just about Draco. Like, that's what people need to understand. Like, I know they looking at it like some people, like, you know, my favorite rapper, oh, yeah, he going against the whole Englewood. But, like, that shit ain't no smart, good decision for a person in his situation because, first of all, like, you in a position where you supposed to be leading and setting examples. And second of all, it's a dangerous situation that you playing with. Like, this ain't no game. People is really getting hurt behind this shit. So I like, you know, I don't personally like want to hurt him or like, but I just, you know what I mean? Like, you talking that shit, nigga, we gonna squabble up, nigga, we gonna squabble, like, you know what I mean? Gloves out, guns down, like, you know what I mean? I don't want to kill nobody or hurt nobody, but I do just want you to feel these hands and, like, you know what I mean? Know what it is that you playing with, nigga.